Hi, everyone. Hello, Kunal sir.
हाय कृष्णा भाई, कैसे हो?
Hi Kunal sir.
हाय हाय हाय.
Hi Pankaj.
Hello. Hi, Krishan.
Who is this Rohan and Vishakha? This is our
These are all the students who got registered are joining in one by one.
okay.
So we'll wait for another 2-3 minutes, sir. Then we'll kickstart.
Yeah. No problem.
We have circulated the messages to all the registered students, sir. I think we'll wait for 1 more minute and we'll start it, accordingly. All right, I think let's start and let the folks join in between and of course in the midst of the meeting. I think let's start. We will not, in the interest of time, let's not waste time for the others. So guys, very good evening to everyone, and I would say very warm welcome to all the students who have joined us in the webinar. It's pleasure to have you guys here, and of course it is all the more pleasure to speak to you with our distinguished panelists that we have today. And of course I know them personally, so a very warm welcome, wintry warm welcome to both of you, especially you being in Kolkata, Kolkata, sir, and you being in Chennai. I can tell you winters over here have never been that chilling, what we are bearing right now at this point in time in Delhi. Today, of course, friends, we would be discussing one of the recent course launch by LIBA, which is the postgraduate program in international finance and public accounting. And I know many of the students have been reaching out to us to know more and more about this program. So we thought that it is all the more beneficial for all of you who really want to have a deep dive into this course to really be here and of course, discuss that with us. And of course, since Kunal sir would be here, Krishan sir would be here, it is all the more important that we should really talk on about this program. And I can tell you there is a lot coming your way, my friend. So stay there. To have this detailed discussion with me, I have my, I would say colleagues and the mentors, and the friends with me in terms of, taking this discussion forward. So I really want to introduce themselves to you. So I would like to introduce Dr. Kishor Kunal. Sir is the Associate Dean with LIBA Online Education Initiatives and Projects. And honestly speaking, when it really comes to the edtech, the cryptocurrencies, the artificial intelligence, the machine learning, he just need no introduction there. All of these topics are somewhat in some way or the other being spoken, and of course have been or has been the fever of the season now. And the sir is really veteran in that. He really brings up a kind of exceptional I would say blend of corporate and the academic experience, which really helps students to understand what is really happening on the corporate side of it. Having worked with various companies at very senior position, he brings very different level of, I would say, flavor or understanding to help student get not only the theoretical perspective, but the real life scenarios or real life perspective of as to what is really happening in the industry. And sir, I wish I could have been, I could go back in my life and could have sat you in your class. But warm welcome, sir. Warm welcome to on the panel. I do want to welcome Mr. Krishan Mishra, and for those who have been looking forward for any international education, this person needs no introduction there. He is the country head for the international business at Becker, professional education US, and I would say. And is very instrumental in terms of developing the market in India and of course in the South Asia. He since I know him personally, he's a very versatile soul, if I may say that, for the lack of a better word, or a professional, if I may say that, who is working, I would say, for the students and by the students. He has been awarded as one of the top 100 global leaders award in the field of education. So you can really understand how much contribution he has made to the student fraternity. He's a very, I would say, avid speaker and a writer. And I have seen his various write-ups, not only on the social media, but, when I catch up with him personally also, he has a lot to share in terms of, what he has written. So you can always get his insightful thoughts and learnings, and he's more than welcoming, my friend, to share that like the way he does it with me. And I'm sure Kunal sir would also reckon the fact. So very warm welcome, Krishan. It is really privilege to have you with us today.
Thank you so much, Pankaj, and looking forward to the discussion along with Kunal sir. Yeah.
Thank you. So, but before we really go further and start the proceeding, I just want to share, some bit about myself for the folks who are seeing me for the first time. My name is Pankaj Dhingra, and I've been working with corporates, various corporates now in the finance as a function. I'm a qualified chartered accountant and a CPA from US. That actually, is one of the reasons for me being here, because I can really tell you how this public accounting can really help your career really flourish into a very different level. And of course, considering that I've seen the corporate side of it, having the background from that side, I can really give you the insight in terms of, what is really happening on, on that side of the table. So just wanted to speak to you and of course to our panelists today and understand more about this program. And honestly, I do feel that the kind of talent that is needed by the industry, is something that we all should understand. And then we should really uncover in terms of, what this course really brings on table, so that, we all can really appreciate in terms of, what is really happening. And of course, how we are where we are. So, with that note, let's open up, I would say the overall discussion. I really want to, call out that, the way we are thinking about this discussion, we will be, having the detailed chat in terms of talking through and of course, understanding and unlayering, what is there in this program, so that, we can really have the, I would say the real content about this program. So that's the intent and that's how we're here. And towards the end, what I really want to do is that I really want to open this house for the Q&A, and we should really talk on, we should really throw as difficult questions as possible to the gentlemen sitting on the dais, so that they can really help us and unlayer and uncover all of those areas that you really want to hear on from them. So with that, I think Dr. Kunal, the first thing that anyone would really want to know and of course to understand would be, let's talk something about Loyola Institute of Business Administration. I think that would be the key point to understand, and at least for the folks who, I'm sure, LIBA as a name, nobody needs a introduction, but I think it will be a good starting point to really know and of course talk about LIBA, and then we'll really go on and talk about the program.
Yeah, thanks Pankaj, and thanks our friend and known colleague Krishan Mishra. Okay, so we are here. Welcome on board that you people are here to listen us, and I'm very happy that Pankaj has briefed us about this. One point I would like to highlight this. We are here that one is from north, one is from east, and another one is, I am from south right now. So any S and T is missing, that the target group is you. So the nest is here. And nest, that any bird always comes in the nest only. And I think this is the nest for our financial hub, because he is acclaimed CA and CPA also, and the Krishan is also accluded with too many financial degrees. So two stalwarts are there. I am from the area business analytics. I can come into picture, fit into the picture, but they are more prospective on that. They are coming on that this part LIBA. So we are society. We are belonging to Society of Jesuit Institute. So all JVers. So if you are talking about XLRI, XIMB, or Loyola College, we are part of that very much. All the St. Javier's also. So just to see our parent, my parent, that the campus, the same campus we are sharing with the as an standalone. Our parent is Loyola College, and if you see the Loyola College is always standing under 5 in NIRF ranking or wherever ranking that you want to see in the arts and science. Like if you are coming from the St. Stephen's or Jesus Mary or Hindu, so Loyola College from the south, it is there. So the same campus, the same parent has its own business unit by the name Loyola Institute of Business Administration, and we are doing this, imparting this management education from the last 4 decades. So we are established from 1979, and this Society of Jesuit is like that. Our previous director, founding director, right now the director of XLRI Delhi, and earlier he was the XLRI Jamshedpur. So you just see it is interconnected. Nothing else is there that you just, okay, Accelerate is going to give you the more chance and the LIBA is not going to give. Why we have not come out of, if it is not known to the North Indians or that because Society of Jesuit never believe in the power of advertisement. That's all. Otherwise, this institution is as old as like XIMB and any other government institute. And if you are talking about any caps, like big caps are there, baby IIMs we are talking about. So we are far, far ahead than that. And if you just see the profile of the institute and the infrastructure, because the infrastructure is not about the brick and mortar, the human capital infrastructure, I am talking about the faculty and other things. If you see that we are far, far ahead, we are in comparison with other IIMs, and if you just see the week and others ranking, we are in top 2 or top 7 in the standalone private institute. We are not comparing with IIMs because IIMs got 500 CR of funding from the government of India. So we can't compare ourselves with them. But if we are going to compare with the faculty, yeah, our faculty is also in the league of the same. All our faculty are from the IIT and IIMs itself. And we all knows that if you just see the one of the profile right now, it is, I would like to invite Professor MJ Javier. Right now he was busy with something. So he was the ex-director, the first founding director of IIM Ranchi. So that kind of profile is there. And if you just see this stalwarts that Pankaj has not introduced, I am introducing him, that he is ex-BCG. And those who know the consulting company, BCG is the big name. And it is the top 3 consulting company of the world. And he is the ex-VP. So you understand that the armed with CA and CPA degree, what values and how he has gone from this CA to CPA, he will detail you in the most. So coming to the point of Loyola Institute of Business Administration, we are there, very much there. Wherever you go, our HR is there in the forms of Loyolite or maybe Levites. So nothing else. So you just know that if HR is there, so your first step is that in that particular corporate is easy. Because once you find your alumni, because after 11 months of this course, you will also become the prestigious alumni of LIBA. And this is the beauty that you once connected, and LIBA, HR, we started with the HR, so our bonding with HR is very strong. And by seeing that symbiosis has come with the HR courses. So you just see that how it is replicated, and that's why Society of Jesuits from the last 500 years is existing in the market. Because they are principles of all people will teach you, but here we implement in the practical way. We believe in that what we are teaching. And that's why we have a good tie-up with Beckers. My friend Krishan has come with me, and we have tried that FinTram and Beckers. One of the best thing that we are giving in the plate, serving plate. So that if you just say that I want to eat rabdi, and if there is missing jalebi is there, so that jalebi with rabdi is there right now in the forms of CPA along with this degree that LIBA is going to give you. For it is not the only 11-month association with you, longer association with you, because as soon as you are going to elevate your career epitome and you are going to touch the heights of your career, we are going to help you in terms of job assistance, in terms of anything that you require. So we are here to help you, but I am not the finance faculty. They are the most acclaimed faculty. I will come in the some kind of a risk analytics or financial or credit risk analytics. I can put the analytics part, computer part there. That's all. That's all from my side, and that's about just you go and explore more and more about LIBA, Loyola College, and you get to know. And we are going to welcome you here. So you have to come and visit the campus, feel the campus. Once you are in the campus, you will know that the serene culture and other things that from the virtual field you are not seeing right now. You are totally looked at, okay, all people are just claiming that, okay, we are the best, but once you see, you will feel it. So please come, please visit our LIBA website, our FinTram website. And then also we are welcoming you to the course, that this course is going to give you the milestone. I think it will set, because once you clear the CPA along with the LIBA degree, I think it will be a fire for your career. And it is the propellant that any rocket required. And you are my rocket, I think so. That's why the next formula is there. NES from the east, my Krishan Mishra is there. From north, FinTram, my Pankaj is there. And from south, I am there. And my target is sitting, my students are sitting here. So next we are going to make, without you, it is not. So yeah, welcome to the LIBA family. And that's all about LIBA. Yeah, over to Pankaj.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I would say very modest one, but you really helped us, and of course the team at large, the people at large, really understand what Loyola is bringing on table, and what Loyola is really known for. So guys, let me tell you one thing that Kishor sir just mentioned is about the serenity of the campus in LIBA. I can say that I'm the testimony to the fact that I've been there, and I've sensed and tested and tasted that serenity, and I can really vouch for that it really brings a very different level of learning and experience to all of you, and I'm sure you would reckon that fact when you will really get in and enter the facility. Over to you, Krishan. I think the question for you would be, if I really have to talk about this program in terms of, the program, which is like the postgraduate program on the international finance and public accounting, what should student be understanding from this program in terms of, what does this really mean for them? And, how would this help them in terms of really flourishing their career and, of course, reaching where they could reach and they should reach? So, I think that is the key thing that students would really want to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Pankaj, and welcome to all the students. And thank you, Kunal sir, for taking us through your journey with LIBA. In fact, interestingly, our journey with LIBA has been really, very interesting. Yeah, we have been working together for now more than, I would say, 8 or 9 months. And the Institute has actually thought about a very, very interesting program for all of you, which is known as PG program in International Finance and Public Accounting. Now, my friends, if you want to get into public accounting as a career, right? So you can do various accounting courses which are available in the market. Now, if you look at the international finance, right? Finance and accounting, we understand that both are not same, right? Most of the times we confuse that finance and accounting are similar, but there's a huge difference between finance and accounting. And I hope that you understand that difference, that accounting is about classification and working on the numbers, etc., and preparing the books of accounts and doing various other works related to that. On the other hand, finance is more about getting the finance for the organization, working on the money which you have received, and grow the money for your stakeholders in the long run, right? So ultimately, what we need to understand is that international finance and accounting together, it would be a very, very unique kind of a combination. Now, if you look at an accountant who has done any kind of accounting degree, right, when it comes to moving ahead in the career ladder, right, they lack some soft skills and leadership skills, which this program is going to cater to, right? This program will help you in understanding the various areas which are really very important for you in terms of getting that leadership skills and the technical know-how in terms of finance also along with accounting. Now, accounting is something which you are going to study all the 4 papers of CPA during your 11 months of journey, and you're going to write those exams, pass those exams, and complete 2 qualifications simultaneously. One is PG program in international finance, plus the US CPA from AICPA, American Institute of Certified Public Accountant. And we are going to support you in this journey through Becker and FinTram together. Pankaj, yeah.
I think very well covered, Krishan. This is something that students should understand, that this course basically has 2 strong pillars, and they really have to lean over these pillars without thinking anything, because on one side you would be getting your post-graduation, kind of a thing that really, is in demand with the various corporates from an esteemed, institutions like Loyola. And on the other side, you would get a professional qualification, which is US CPA, which is I would say for all practical purposes, you'll be a global chartered accountant and can work in any country, because that is a global passport for you to really get along and do anything in finance per se. So I think that is the most important piece which students really need to understand and relish that, because this program really brings a very different value for the folks, and they really have to understand as to what this is to really be there, and of course, to take the benefit for the same. Now, if I really have to switch the gears, gentlemen, here, in terms of, what what really motivated, while honestly, I know the reason, somewhat coming from the industry, I know the reason that, the motivation behind this course is this, but I really want it to come from your side of it, as to what do you think has been the motivation. And I think, Krishan, I'll start from you, and then I'll probably, ask Kunal sir also, to really talk on that. But I'll start from you to really understand the idea behind, we contemplating a course like this, which essentially helps students in doing X thing. So what is that is the motivation behind?
Thank you, Pankaj. Again, a very, very important question. And I would love to tell the students that, interestingly, a couple of months back, I was sitting with a very senior partner of one of the largest Big Four organizations. I can't name the organization right now here, but yes, that person told me one thing, that I get a lot of people who do their BCom and they come and join us, and we put them through the CPA qualification. They complete the CPA qualification and later on go for an MBA. Right, and they leave the job. So my attrition is increasing because of that. And I asked him that why these students are actually leaving your organization. And he said that they are not able to grow beyond a certain point because they lack the leadership skills. So they want to go back to the business school campuses and get that qualification so that they're able to take up the leadership positions within the organization. On the other hand, the same person told me that they had a lot of MBAs in finance, right? But then they put them through the CPA qualification later on. Right. So he said that we have to do that because finance graduates, right, finance MBAs, they lack the technical accounting skills, which is there with the accountants like you. So we have got accountants who understand the technicalities. We have got finance professionals or the finance MBAs who have got finance knowledge, but no accounting knowledge or a little bit of accounting knowledge. So then he said that if both can be combined together, then it would be a great win-win for us, that my people will not leave me. And I will also be able to offer a better opportunity to the people who are coming up with this kind of a qualification. And there, this idea, Pankaj, germinated that we should actually go and talk to any of the good business schools like LIBA and then co-create a very unique proposition, a value proposition for the students. Right. So this will help the students in getting both the qualifications together. And if you look at the course structure, the way in which it has been created, all 4 papers of CPA and the other leadership, management, fintech, the other technology related areas for finance, all those areas are getting covered in this particular program. So which means that they will not only understand the nuances of accounting, they will also understand the nuances of finance and business leadership in the long term, which means that their career will automatically move towards leadership once they complete this course, rather than waiting for a couple of years and then looking forward to a leadership position. I've seen a lot of people who have done their accounting courses and they struggle to go to the top level within the organization. On the other hand, there are so many finance professionals who struggle to get the CFO position. Why? Because of lack of accounting knowledge. So I think once somebody has got this kind of a good combination of both the areas, they would be the best fit for the future leadership in the field of finance and accounting.
I think very well covered, Krishan, and, this is what I really relish, when you start putting things to perspective. Guys, this is what you really need to understand, that this program is effectively a push factor of the industry. So coming from the industry, coming from the corporate, we need professionals who have a qualification, which is a CPA, because we know we need people who understand the US GAAP, the US accounting, the regulation, the financial reporting principles, US GAAP per se. We need people to understand that. But at the same time, we want them to know various advanced finance related areas, more in the area of international financing. That is really changing the game of the market right now. Now, if that is needed, then how would we really get folks from the market? Because there is nothing that is available in the market that is providing somebody like that. So what we are doing is that we're hiring the interns, the grads, the undergrads, and so on and so forth, and then we're training them. Or we're hiring the MBAs and then we're training them on a different level or for a different cause. Now, there is an investment and then there is a gestation period, because either it will be a year or so or a 2 year or so, wherein we have to invest a candidate to become fruitful or valuating for ourselves. Now, if somebody like this is needed, who is the one who is providing that as a talent to the industry? No one. And that's where, by the God's grace, Mr. Kunal Kishor really comes into the picture, along with Mr. Mishra, to really help you in terms of, really devising this program. And thanks to you, gentlemen, for that, because you really have curated something which is very well needed in the market. Because the guy who will now get on and, of course, walk up with both the qualification would have the flavor of both the areas or arenas that is very well needed in the market. And that's where, the game changer is for a candidate, because if you do this kind of a course, you probably get into a situation wherein you're able to justify your credential to any and every corporate in the world, which is what is going to be the essence of it. Now, coming on to, I'll extend the same thing to you, Dr. Kishor. If I really have to ask you, and maybe you have to just, open your heart on that, what motivated, LIBA to look for something like this, some course like this. Of course, we have, industry needs it. You have the demand, the need is there in the market, but what else? What is in the heart of Mr. Kishor Kunal, for a course like this?
Thanks, Krishna, already putting the perspective that the industry demand. So here, after HRM course from 1995, we have seen one trend, because since Loyola is our...
देखो मेरे को देखनी है ना, बता दोगे तो कुछ हो जाएगा.
Hi, Kawalpreet, I think...
अच्छा, ये खुद ही सुंदर है, बल्कि लड़की इतनी वो नहीं लग रही है ना.
Guys,
sometimes it happens.
Guys, just to make sure that the rhythm really doesn't go away, I would request all of you to please keep yourself on mute. I think I have taken the right out, but still, in case you're able to, please do not do that. Do not unmute yourself unless there is anything to be asked. Sorry, Dr. Kishor.
Yeah, no problem. So I am telling this, the motivation that from 1995, we have seen there was a change in the pattern of LIBA offering, because LIBA parent, Loyola College Commerce, is one of the most sought courses in this southern part, or at least I say southern western part. So after St. Stephen's, if an SRCC they did not get, them must enroll into the Loyola College Commerce. So I have seen that pattern. So those guys who are coming into this commerce, and then in the same campus they are seeing that okay, LIBA is there, so why not going for this MBA? And so those guys who are coming from the commerce background, they always prefer to at least one major has to be finance. So we have identified that major shift, that out of 50% of our current or existing batch always opted for the finance as a major. And then when we are going for the alumni meet, and we are always doing alumni meet across the cities. So in Delhi, it is going to soon happen. So due to this cold weather, because this Chennai guys never seen the cold weather, so that's why they are not able to go outside. They are just coming under that it is -2 or 2 degrees Celsius or 3 degrees. So better not to conduct right now alumni. So that alumni connect, we have found that all alumni during in the mid-level crisis, they are telling about this. Some courses has to be there that at least give us the wing, like CPA or some professional courses that Pankaj has already told about, the gap analysis, US gap, and the US accounting and others, because all our alumni are working with Big Four. And Big Four always is the US consulting firm, so they want US audit and the process and other things. So the mid-level crisis was there among my alumni and the alma mater. So they have requested. And fortunately, at the same time, Becker's in form of Krishan Mishra appeared on the scene. So it was a matchmaker scenario for me, that why not marry with the guy who are coming with the 60 years of experience for the CPA expertise. And here is the girl who is just talking about 40 years of imparting education. So why not make it 100 years of things and make a century? So this 60 plus 40 is the deadly combo. And that's why the motivation, Pankaj, that we certainly put our efforts and you come into the picture, and you have brought the entire syllabus. You have written the syllabus also from the CPA, because being a CPA, you know more about the CPA and the CA and coming from the industry. So we got all the answers of my alumni who are asking for this kind of courses, and they are very happy. Once you are sending this, and we are sending to the industry also, they are really appreciating, sir. It is one of the best course, and we will certainly circulate among our groups, those who are going for this, and the CPA, those who are in this domain, they must come. So just to see that the motivation is already there, because if your alma mater is in midlife crisis, career crisis, not life crisis, career crisis, and you are just elevating them that, okay, here is the bucket of CPA along with, they are proud alumni. So that CPA bucket button is there, and that Becker's is already expert on that. They are imparting this from the last 60 years. So 6 decades with 4 decades, you just see that you are giving best of the best from the 2 worlds. One is from the US and another from the South, that the Society of Jesuit is going to give you. So these are the simple motivations that I have put you forward for your consideration. Yeah, Pankaj.
You know what? Thank you, sir. And I can tell you, this is the difference between an accountant and a business school. Accounting school and a business school now talking like, I'm an accountant. I can't be that versatile in terms of sharing an examples like that. But thank you, Dr. Kishor, in terms of, being so pragmatic in terms of, really talking on, and of course, giving a very different perspective in terms of, why this course has really been bought out. And of course, what has been the vision of LIBA in terms of helping the student and the alumni of Loyola, to really flourish their dreams of really getting on to the professional world. So thank you very much for that. Now, this actually brings me to a very next, I would say, I'll not say question, but a curious topic that students might be having, and that is to be answered by you, Krishan, that speak something about Becker. They really should know, that this species on the earth, which is named Becker, is something that they really need to understand and unlayer. I know Becker, it's close to my heart, close to my soul, but, it has to come from you in terms of, you telling as to what this organization is all about.
Thank you so much, Pankaj. I think I was muted. Okay, I think it's a very important question, and it's a privilege for me to talk about my organization, which is 60 years young, as Kunal sir mentioned. Right, it started in the year 1959, and it's working across 122 countries, offering various types of finance and accounting courses, especially focused on US CPA and US CMA. Talking about CPA, Pankaj, you'll agree with me that we are synonymous to CPA, right? Becker is known for CPA across the world. What we teach in Becker is something which is really very important for students in terms of their preparation for the examination and qualification for the CPA course. We have already trained more than 1 million people across the globe, right? And they have been going through our courses. In fact, India as a market has been growing for quite substantially in the last few years. And previously, actually, students like you have also done your course through us, I remember, right? But they had to go to US to write the exams. Then the examinations moved to Dubai for CPA. And now we have got around 8 examination centers in India. So students can very well go and write those exams in India itself without traveling to the foreign countries. Now, Becker, what Becker does is that, yes, we provide you with the right set of tools and techniques which will help you in preparing the examination related things. Now, if we talk about the CPA examination, it has got 4 papers. We know that, right? So all the 4 papers are covered and it is provided to you through a learning management system which Becker has created. The LMS is a artificial intelligence based LMS, which actually asks you certain questions when you start preparing for your examination. The questions which the system asks is that, are you ready to spend time on your studies? If you are ready to do that, yes, then obviously how much time you can spend. So if you're a working professional, you can spend say 15 to 20 hours in a week. So system will prepare your study plan accordingly. If you are, say, for example, a normal student who is not working right now, and you can spend say 40 to 50 hours in a week, the system will give you the study planner accordingly. And then further to that, the system will ensure that it gives you the right type of content for preparing you towards the examination. And also it will tell you that, are you actually ready for the exam or not? If you're not ready, the system will tell you that you're not ready right now. So don't write the exam. If you're ready, the system will tell you that, yes, you're ready now. So please go ahead and write the examination. And that's why our success has been pretty high in the CP examination. Our success rate is around 94% plus for people who are exam day ready, which means that people who have actually completed the entire syllabus, passed the internal mock tests, etc., and then accordingly we call them as exam day ready. Now everything is artificial intelligence based, so that we are practically able to support the candidates. Becker is definitely there in your journey for the CPA and the PG program in international finance and public accounting. We will ensure that we give you not only the right support throughout your journey, but then you become alumni for life for Becker and LIBA. And you will always be supported during your career journey later on too. So that's what we are looking forward to, Pankaj. And what I would say is that as an organization, we are very proud to partner with Loyola Institute of Business Administration, because this is a very unique kind of opportunity we have been able to create in a market like India, wherein the demand is high and supply is pretty less for the right professionals.
Couldn't agree more, Krishan, on that. And, as I said, being a student of Becker, being a faculty with Becker, and now learning partner with Becker, Becker is in my veins in terms of, what and how Becker has helped me in terms of achieving my dreams. And of course, to reach where I reached. And I can say that very proudly that the content that we provide in terms of you really killing the CPA exam is one of the best in the world. So, guys, you don't have to think any other name else in the Becker when it comes to CPA. And that's what we are known for. And that's what we're really, trying to look for, and of course, deliver it to the entire world. Now, just taking a step back, guys, and of course, I know we are just reaching towards the end of the session, guys. While I do have a couple of more questions to be thrown onto the eminent panelists that I have, I still think that if there is anything that comes to your mind, you can start putting down onto the chats. I think I'll pick up those questions towards the end, and when I'm asking the gentlemen over here. And to the YouTube guys who are seeing us on the YouTube, since this is being shown live on YouTube, if there is anything, you can certainly put that on YouTube, and we'll pick it up, and I'll try to answering that there too. So coming on to I would say to you, Dr. Kishor, we know the vision, we know the content, we know the Becker as an organization now. We know how CPA would be helping students. We know that. We understood that. How would LIBA would support the student in the placement? Because placement is something, everybody is very much interested in. Because at the end of the day, you come what may, everybody is looking forward for getting placed, because they really need that to happen to them. I'm sure, while I know CPA, and I'm sure, I know LIBA also to an extent, I haven't seen anybody who has graduated from your school being unemployed. I know that, and I can proudly vouch for it. But a student would again want to get that reinforcement and understanding from you. That what do you think about the placement about this program?
Yeah, thanks, thanks Pankaj for asking this question. That how LIBA. So see, once you have two things in your hand, that CPA along with the prestigious LIBA degree, I don't think that they are job questions and that kind of things are going to be asked. Because anyway, if you just clear CPA without LIBA degree also, I think that 13 to 14 lakhs per annum is waiting for you. Okay. And once that LIBA is there, because LIBA is as the strategic location of Chennai. And if you just see, we are already, this is the Indian Detroit of automotive capital of India. So we are already surrounded by the big corporate houses, and the other US giants, big four, are also working here. IT parks are also there, and we are well connected. So if you have this CPA along with this LIBA degree, I don't think that placement will be a challenge for us. And we are giving this placement from the last 1990. In the Corona period also, we have ensured that 100% placement has been happened. And it is the placement assistance that we are giving. It is not like that those guys who are coming, they are getting, we are just matchmakers, because we are just organizing job fair and our students are getting like that. Okay, these companies required this much, and then they are recently ICICI has come, and then they have recruited near around 40 students from that LIBA itself at the package of 15 lakhs. So it's just an example. I'm just telling you that bank itself, they have their requirements, and we are just, okay, that our raw material is ready, that whatever the raw, we are just giving that CPA with LIBA degree. They are coming with their basic nature, that okay. And you have also identified that coming from the industry, if you are giving this kind of trained workforce to the big four or the any consulting or audited firm, I think that placement will not be an issue, because they are imparting this, that okay, we are putting the workforce that okay, just go for CPA and then train them, and then the loyalty factor is also there. Here we are training them like that. So placement will not be an issue. And as Becker's is also configuring that board of studies like that placement for the placement makers, they are, that Krishan will talk about this. He is talking to that, he is creating one group of HR heads and the operational heads of the finance head for getting more and more information of the job requirement and job opportunities. So I think we are with the both hand, we are giving you the plate serving things. I don't think that placement will be an issue after clearing that CPA and this. Don't think that, okay, I just clear LIBA thing and no CPA. It is not going to do the magic, because the magic is that the both of the things has to come in the one plate. So CPA along with LIBA, or LIBA along with CPA. So that kind of things are there. So you are going to become master with CPA, and we will definitely provide you that job assistance. There is no problem in that. At that front, you don't think. And we are working, that Becker is also working. FinTram itself is having the BCG and the Blackstone and other companies on the things, but at least they will require CPA. And if you have coming with those degree, I don't think that job is an issue for you, because if we are helping our alumni or alma mater or alumna for this mid-level crisis, then you just see you are coming with that crisis itself. That means mid-level career crisis will not come to you. At the upper level, you will go and you will find something. Life is all about re-skill, upskill, and that's the way that to go forward. Yeah.
Very relishing to hear, Dr. Kishor. I think, it is all the more, it is all the more a reason, why, we would really want to go and become young again and join a college like yourself. Because if you're really giving everything on the plate, then, it is just on the takers to really think about it and really go and get that. Because, if if a guy would get something that is needed in the market and a guy would get a placement support, then I think it is all the more a reason for why anybody should fall for a course like this. And I completely agree that there is a lot that is being done on the placement side of it, and that would be done on the placement side of it. So guys, anyone who is thinking about the course, anyone who is thinking about in terms of thinking more and of course getting on to the different world, I think this is the moment of choice for yourself, and you really have to take the best foot forward in terms of taking and of course driving your career into the best direction possible. Now, I think I have the last one for you, Krishan. And it is it is more to really reinforce the thought how CPA can add value to their career. So if I really have to ask you, and I think any parent or any student for that matter would really want to know that okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but how is that really adding value to me? Now, for CPA, I think you're the best one to really talk on, and I'll probably color it out, in terms of what I have seen over the period of time.
Definitely, Pankaj, and I think you need to further color it up because you have seen your own personal journey for CPA. Now, talking about the US CPA, my friends, US CPA comes from American Institute of Certified Public Accountant, which is one of the largest professional bodies providing such kind of a qualification in the field of finance and accounting. I would say it is the most prestigious qualification available in the world today. This qualification is pursued by students, and then we have got a large set of members who are there across 196 markets, 196 countries, I would say, right? And the total number of members is more than 400,000. You can imagine the large set of alumni network you will be a part of. Now, talking about CPA, Pankaj, you will appreciate this fact that there is not a single CPA who is unemployed in the world, right? So this is another fact. And I was looking at LIBA's placement records. They've already placed all their students. Yesterday only they have posted it on LinkedIn, right? So 100% placement is there with LIBA. So you need not worry about these things, because when we talk about employment and career, my friends, what is more important for you is to develop the ability. Now, a course like CPA, which is very practical and application oriented. So there is no theory in CPA examinations, my friends, right? So it is entirely practical, and it will ask you questions which are real time and business oriented and decision making oriented. So it will test your decision making ability while you are attempting those questions in the examination. So what happens is, when you go through a course like this, which gives you alumni base of more than 400,000 people who are spread across 196 markets globally, you can imagine what kind of a size of family you will be part of, right? And they are holding very senior positions. Now, think about a senior finance professional in any of the best of the organizations, multinational corporations. You will find a CPA there, right? And the other thing is that with our kind of a qualification, which is PG program in international finance, along with the CPA or the public accounting, what happens is you are not only preparing yourself to take up the mid or senior level positions within the organization, you're also preparing yourself to take up the leadership position within the organization. And I wanted to quote something to you, that the current new age CEOs in organizations, right? You check any of the top organizations across the world, you'll find them coming with a finance and accounting background. And they are qualified professionals also. So don't think that they are not qualified. They're qualified professionals, like CPA qualification they hold. And they are the ones who go ahead and become CEOs of the organization. Now, why they are becoming the CEOs? Because, say, a sales or a business development person like me will always talk about the top line or the sales revenues of the organization, right? But a finance professional, accounting professional like you will always look at the bottom line of the organization, which is profitability. And that's the reason why a finance and accounting professional is preferred. And when I was saying finance and accounting together, I'm not saying that finance oblique accounting. I'm saying finance and accounting together. That is why this qualification has been framed for you. Will actually give you that leadership position in the long run. CPA will give you that, I would say, the catalyst kind of a proposition for you, because a CPA qualification is not only a qualification, it is actually a designation for life. You'll be able to write CPA after your name. So if we have Rohan Sharma here, Rohan Sharma would be able to write Rohan Sharma CPA, right? Chandresh would be able to write Chandresh CPA. So like this, we have got this kind of a prestigious designation also, which becomes a part of our own lives. So you'll be known with this designation, not only here, throughout the world. So as I said, 196 countries in the world. I have missed a few countries. It's difficult to go to those countries, actually. That's why we have not been able to enter there. But otherwise, I would say that 99% of the world is already there, where CPA qualified professionals are working. So as I said, sky is the limit for you. The demand for CPA qualified professionals today is very high and supply is less. So in case you are thinking about this kind of a qualification, you have already taken the first step towards a very strong career for yourself. Pankaj, over to you. Yeah.
I'm mum now. I do not have anything to add, Krishan. I think you added all the colors that were needed into this. So, thank you for that. I think it is very well covered, folks, that, this qualification can really, put very different level of feather to yourself, which can certainly make you fly not only within India, but outside India too, because you can really be the global accountant and work in any corporate around the world. So if you're thinking about that, gear up, my friend. This is something to be looked upon.
I just wanted to add, if my friend Pankaj is here, Pankaj has managed the global finance for BCG, as Kunal sir was mentioning, from Hong Kong. He has been to New York, he has been to Canada, so many places across the world. Pankaj, you are always modest. You don't share such things. I thought of sharing it with the students that he has already done that. And that's the power of the CPA qualification. Right.
And I couldn't agree more. This is the fact. I used to work for Wipro when I started my CPA. I left Wipro almost a decade. After working for almost a decade, I was the global financial controller for them. I moved on to BlackRock, heading their finance, and that is purely because I was CA and a CPA. I was able to understand, complement the US GAAP, and of course the other principles. I worked there and then moved on as head of finance for BCG, heading their global finance, and of course, headed their finance as a function in terms of what was happening there as far as the global consolidations and financials are concerned. So thanks, Krishan, for really mentioning that. It's not being modest, but of course, if somebody will ask me, I'll certainly tell that. But it doesn't really come off on its own. So thank you for that. Guys, I think we are just on time. I do not have any further things to really get clarified from the gentleman sitting over here. And I know, it's almost 8. And, I don't know, like, hang you for long. But I do have one question coming from Devaraya, which is like, I'm a BCom and will I be eligible for the course?
I think he's pursuing BCom, right?
Oh, sorry.
So he's not eligible for the course right now.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm pursuing BCom. So I'm my bad. I'm really sorry for that.
No
Yes. So if you're pursuing BCom, my friend, then you're not eligible for this program yet. You have to qualify your BCom, and then there are some conditions which would make you eligible. But without that qualification, you are not eligible. You can reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to explain you in detail in terms of what all are the detailing for it. But as of now, you're not eligible. Once you're done with your BCom, go and walk up to us. We'll be more than happy to take you forward accordingly. Okay, I have Chandresh asking how difficult this program would be. Very difficult, Chandresh. Very difficult. It's gonna be. It's not gonna be easy. Let me tell you that. One thing that all of us should know. While I say that, say that with a push on very, but do not undermine the importance of a professional qualification. Professional qualification, whatsoever it may be, would not be easy. But the best thing about this is that you have LIBA and you have Becker together in this. And over and above, there is a huge flexibility in terms of giving the CPA exam. You would give one exam every quarter, my friend. There are no group system. There is nothing that you need to do that you have to achieve 40 in every exam, 15 totality or something like that. Nothing. One exam will be preparing you every quarter. Give that, and we'll ensure that we give you so many things that you are able to clear the exam in the best possible way. Clear one exam in 3 months, in 12 months of time, you're there, my friend, and that's what our target is. But to answer again, how difficult this program would be, it's gonna be difficult, my friend. Prepare and then come back. Chandresh, I'm not scaring you, I hope.
adding to that, as an accountant, he has given you that his view, but as a teacher, I am giving you that you will surely pass, because he is a difficult teacher, because teacher are two types. One is soft teacher, one is difficult. So he will give you the assignment, and that assignment question itself, it will come to you. So don't worry that if you follow the rigor of this program, then definitely there is no problem. But if you are not following the rigor of this program, then it is not a easy cakewalk. That's why I am agreeing with Pankaj also. Yeah, but don't get in the fear mode that, okay, it is very, very difficult. No, don't go in that mode. Okay.
No, I was getting lighter, my friend. So don't take it otherwise. It's gonna have its own difficulty level. But yes, if you'll walk down the path that will be will be showing you off, and of course guiding you off, sky's the limit.
Yeah, Pankaj, I just wanted to add,
Yeah.
Chandresh, this course is a 11-month course, which will cover 4 CPA exams, and in addition to that, various other courses which are related to management, leadership, and advanced finance. Right, so you can understand the rigor of this program. Like, for example, if you would have gone for a 2-year course, you will get things in, say, in the tablet form. This program is going to give you something in the capsule form. So everything would be capsule, right? So when I say capsule, it means that you will be put under a tremendous amount of rigor. But then what is important for you is to understand that any management course, along with finance and accounting together, right, will ask you to put in a lot of effort. Right? Once you put in that effort and get into the industry, it would be easier for you to survive in the industry and perform really better. Because what happens is the life in the industry is really very different from what we do when we are actually studying. However, a program like this will actually give you the right flavor of what happens in the industry. And you will be the right fit or work ready, I would say, when you complete this course and get into the industry tomorrow. So practically, you're going to study a program which is not only going to help you today, but tomorrow when you are part of the industry and you're looking forward to a very strong career for yourself. So never think about difficult or easy. If you have to do an easy course, then MCOM is very easy. You can very well do that. However, if you're looking forward to a good career for yourself, then this program will ensure that career for you. But yes, it is flexible. As Pankaj rightly mentioned, that flexibility will ensure that you're able to do well. And also, as I mentioned to you, the system which Becker provides you will tell you that whether you're actually ready for the exam or not. If you're not, the system will not allow you to appear in the examination. So don't worry, and we'll have faculties to guide you for the same.
All right. Anything, guys? Anybody else has before we really wrap up? I hope we have been able to answer many of your concerns and queries that you may had on the program. But we still have 1 more minute before I really want to take on as many questions as possible. Sir, you boost up my confidence. See, this is what happens, when an MBA talks to these guys. And this, if had it been a chartered accountant talking to you guys or a CPA talking to you guys, then I would not have been able to boost you. This is what, I really relish, Krishan, that, you guys do.
Yeah, MBA teaches you that. And that's the reason why we are actually combining accounting and MBA together. Yeah.
All right, good guys. I think that's what we really wanted to cover. I really want to thank both of you for taking out time from your busy schedule and being here. It was very well needed. I really wanted students to hear directly from you, because when it comes directly from heart, it has a very different value for the heart to really take on and really breathe on. So thank you very much. I really look forward to your to your insights as we go forward. And we'll trouble you for any more discussions that we needed. Thank you very much, and wish you a very good evening.
Thank you so much, Pankaj, and all the students. Wish you very best towards your careers in the field of finance and accounting. I'm sure you're going to be the future finance leaders, and we'll be interacting more in future too. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishan and Pankaj, and thank you, students, for joining us. Yeah, so I am hoping for the best that you people will be in the on board and the cohort 1. And then that is our ultimate goal, that you have to come and see and set your career on the fast forward mode. That's all. That's all from my side.
Thank you very much and wish you all the very best, students. Look forward.